It is Monday, the 5th of May, a.k.a. Cinco de Mayo. And hi, I'm Dan Ramey. Mike Smith is out today and tomorrow with other assignments that he'll be working on. And our boy wonder there is Aaron Glandon, Mr. Hand 2.
Hello.
Always ready and raring to go.
Yes, that's me.
And you were out and about in the weather yesterday.
I had to go to Walmart.
Yeah? And what happened? Was this on your way in or on your way out?
This was on my way in.
Okay. There was a good bit of hail that hit here in Chillicothe, and I did not personally see any until I saw it on Facebook, and that's what you took right there?
Yes.
And that's not my car, by the way.
No, it's not your car. It looked like your car.
Did look like my car, didn't it? But any damage to your vehicle?
No, surprisingly. And, I mean, it was loud hail when I was in my apartment. Mm-hmm. I could hear it hitting because I have a window AC unit. And I thought, what is that noise? And I went to check it out, and it was the hail pounding it.
Yeah. Gets your attention, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I
didn't like it.
I have driven through hail before, and that's scary. It's like gravel being thrown at you as you're driving along the roadway. And it wasn't on purpose. I was driving, and then boom, this hail started falling.
Yeah.
And we had a hailstorm back around, I think it was 2011. And I watched this on the radar. Bob Nunnally was still with us and still doing meteorological work up at Channel 4. And I saw their radar show up on my TV. And there was this little teeny tiny speck of an amber look, and it was right over our house. And it damaged our siding on our home. It damaged my car, Missy's car, Dan Jr.'s car. And my in-laws, who were about 150 to 200 yards away, nothing.
Huh.
Nothing.
That's not very fair.
So you try and explain this to the insurance company, but we ended up getting a new roof and new siding and everything put on our house, and cars repaired and all. But I'm grateful to hear there wasn't damage, but it certainly was eye-opening, I think, for a lot of folks. Yeah. Those things can happen this time of the year. And I've tried to encourage people, scoop some of that up and put it in your freezer so that when it's 110 come July, you can say, hey, but remember this, and you bring that hail out and you lay on it or lay it on you while you're out on the front porch or whatever, because it's still hot outside. And maybe you're trying to conserve energy by not running your air conditioner. Or maybe yours gets pounded by hail like yours did.
Yeah, and then it breaks.
Let's look at the forecast. No hail in the forecast that I'm aware of here today. Rain chances will continue right through Wednesday, however. High temperatures to reach the low to mid-60s. It will be drier come Thursday through the weekend. And right now we're looking at spotty showers here and there. Came through a little bit of rain on the way into work this morning, just on the west side of town. But then it quickly ended. So we might have that type of rain throughout the day. Coming up in a moment, we'll review some of what happened last week with Yellow Day. We've got a new video out on that. Coming up later on today, you've got one of your historic markers features, right?
It's already up and loaded. It's just waiting for 4 o'clock to go live.
Okay, so stick close for that. And Pineapple Awards Day is today. We're going to talk about that coming up in just a moment. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. They're also one of the major sponsors of Gus Macker, and later this week we'll be visiting with Tom White and also another representative. We haven't received confirmation of them yet, so I don't want to say anything. We'll let you know when we do get confirmation. But Accurate, they are very much behind everything being done here locally because they are locally owned and locally managed, and they take care of business, as they say. You'll find more about them when you log on to our website, littermedia.com. Click on this ad anywhere you see it. It takes you right to AccurateHVAC.com.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old. You'll find a lot of the stories we're going to share with you on our Facebook page, on our Litter Media X, also on littermedia.com. And if you're not familiar with our social media, you'll find all our contact information up in the right-hand corner at littermedia.com. I'm going to start off by showing you some of what we saw over the weekend, and this was Friday, Litter, Media, and Yellow Day. And what a beautiful day it was. We looked at the rain that was happening and everything, and then boom, we had sunshine. It was absolutely fantastic for all the kids. And there you see the official mascot of Chillicothe Yellow Day. But a lot of the kids in action, random acts of kindness, and you saw yellow everywhere. If you want to find out more, just go to here on our YouTube channel. You'll see this video that we produced over the weekend, and you'll find more about Yellow Day right there. The Ross Chillicothe Convention and Visitors Bureau has its Pineapple Awards coming your way today. I have the pleasure of being the MC for this. Tourism here in Ross County generates how much money, do you think? Lot. It is a lot. $155 million in direct sales to our local community and our economy there. It supports 7.5% of all jobs in the county. That's 2,072. A lot more than what we were discussing with the paper mill here recently. Yeah. But it's directly tied to tourism. So we're talking frontline associates, people that are there, restaurants, hotels, all that. Ross Chillicothe Convention and Visitor Bureau, it's not funded by property taxes, but they're or income taxes or sales taxes. They are funded entirely from lodging taxes. And those taxes are collected only when someone comes and stays overnight. So a lot of our events that come here, Southern Ohio Forest Rally, Chillicothe Paints Baseball, all of these types of attractions and people that come to see Tecumseh, they go to the restaurant, they stay in our hotels, tax money comes from that, and it goes right into the coffers for the Ross Chillicothe Convention and Visitors Bureau to try and continue to get people to come and generate more dollars for our community and tourism. So promotional grant assistant recipients will be announced today. Also, the Volunteer of the Year, Frontline Associate of the Year, the Behind the Scenes Associate of the Year, the Manager of the Year, and the Grand Pineapple Award will go to be announced here in just a moment out at the Christopher Conference Center. So thank you again, Ross Chillicothe Convention and Visitors Bureau, for doing this. It's something pretty cool, and what a way to kick off Tourism Week.
Yeah, very cool. The Pike County village of Waverly has become the latest Southern Ohio community to add a designated outdoor refreshment area, or DORA. Other communities already utilizing the DORA are Chillicothe, Circleville, and Washington Courthouse, among some others. The DORA for downtown Waverly officially went into effect May 1st, 2025, and will continue every Thursday and Friday, 6 p.m. to midnight, and Saturday from noon to midnight.
We are closing in on the 250th anniversary of America. So all this promotional stuff coming up, you're going to want to be a part of it. The America 250 celebration comes to Waverly on Saturday, May 17th, 1 p.m. at Bristol Village. Van Scott's Many Faces of Old Glory History flag presentation will all be a part of this event, along with period music and heritage fifes and drums will be there to perform that music.
Practice the 3 Ds of mosquito control this spring and summer. Dress, dump, and defend. Dress in long sleeves and pants to prevent bites. Dump standing water to eliminate mosquito breeding grounds. And defend with repellent spray. Get some DEET.
I like that. In 3D.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The Ohio Wildlife Council approved the 2025-26 hunting and trapping seasons for white-tailed deer, migratory birds, small game, and fur bearers. Archery season will begin on my birthday, Saturday, September 27th of 2025, and go right through Sunday, February 1st of 26. Youth gun hunting season, Saturday, November 22nd, and Sunday, November 23rd. Gun season will be December 1st to Sunday, December 7th of 25. Saturday, December 20th to Sunday, December 21st. Muzzle loader is January 3rd to Tuesday, January 6th of 26. You ever heard a muzzle loader fire off?
No, I don't believe I have.
Boy, it'll get your attention in a hurry.
I bet.
It is loud.
I didn't grow up as a hunter. And so it surprises me to find out how short these seasons are as someone who doesn't have that lifestyle.
My oldest brother, Jim, was a hunter. He was an outdoorsman and everything, Boy Scout leader and all that. He bought me a shotgun for 7th grade, 8th grade, one of those for my birthday. And so I learned how to hunt, went hunting, didn't really enjoy it because there's a lot of walking involved.
Yeah, walking and waiting.
Yes, the walking, the waiting, sitting out in the cold. But when Dan Jr. came along and he started walking, I took the approach of I'm going to put my shotgun away. And I don't eat what I hunt anyway, so I'll teach him how to shoot at some point in time, I'm sure, but I don't want to run the risk of me going into the woods and him following me and then me think that he's a rabbit, that sort of thing, or whatever I'm hunting at that time. So I just gave it up and still have the shotgun, but it's not been shot since 1984,
Wow.
85, something like that. I don't know what would happen if I tried to shoot it now.
Might want to clean it first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Summer can be a great time of the year to enjoy outdoor activities like family picnics, sports, or a walk through the park, but it can also bring excessive heat that can be dangerous. Did you know that, Dan? Mm-hmm. Ohio can see extreme heat throughout the summer months, and it's important that Ohioans are prepared and know the risks.
That's why we have the air conditioner on today.
I'm freezing in here today. Check our website story for Beat the Heat Ohio tips that will help Ohioans prepare for the future summer heat.
With that warmer weather, it also brings increased numbers of motorcycles traveling on our roadways. The Ohio State Highway Patrol is reminding drivers and motorcyclists to share the road. Be alert and driver sober. That's why it's important for both motorcycle riders and other drivers to do their part in promoting safety on roadways across Ohio. And keep in mind, they'll be in blind spots. You have to make sure that you're paying attention in your side view mirrors and everything. And if you're a motorcyclist, do me a favor. Don't ride that yellow line. I cannot understand why. And it's usually guys. I never see the women do it, but it's usually guys. And they are hugging that yellow line on curves and everything. And that's just adding to the danger of what you're doing. So be safe. Be safe out there. Our road report takes us to State Route 159. That's the Bridge Street Safety Improvement Project that will improve interchanges, intersections, lighting, traffic control, and now allows left-hand turns from Bridge Street to River Trace Lane and Consumer Center Drive. The reason for that is because they're putting that roundabout out in front of the Norris family of dealerships and the Walmart area there. So starting this coming Wednesday, at least 2 lanes will be maintained in both directions between North Plaza Boulevard and the Chillicothe Mall entrance. All turn lanes will be available through intersections. So it'll be additional changes, I guess, that we'll be looking at as you're out driving along the. I know you're going around the business loop of 23 already and 35, and you're like, okay, I got to pay attention here. And you think, well, I'll escape all this by going over to Bridge Street. Nope. You're going to have more there. So be patient. We've got to get through it. I think October is where things will start to change there. All right, coming up in a moment to look at sports. Stay close for that. But first, let's tell you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 740-253-8389. And give them a call, get a dumpster. They'll bring it to your home or your business, and then when you're done with it, they'll haul it all away. 740-253-8389. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
The spring sales event continues at Hometown Motors Incorporated at 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe. New riding tractors starting at $1699.99. New zero-turn mowers starting at $3399.99. New walk-behinds starting at $399.99. New chainsaws starting at $279.99. New blowers starting at $199.99. And new trimmers starting at $229.99. Hurry in to get the best selection because at these prices, they won't last long. Hometown Motors Incorporated, your store for the outdoors. Time for sports, much to tell you about, and we're going to start with a good buddy of ours, Jeff Arndt. He's former Amanda Clear Creek and Chillicothe defensive coordinator. He will be inducted into the Ohio High School Football Coaches Hall of Fame class of 2025 with a special distinction. He is the first coordinator and not head coach to be inducted into this Hall of Fame. 50 years of coaching. Yes, from Amanda Clear Creek, also Chillicothe, Circleville. He was at Reynoldsburg and a few other stops along the way. So hats off to Jeff Arndt. He had some very stingy defenses when he was here at Chillicothe. Postseason brackets for high school softball have been announced. The Southeast District will have schools competing in Division 3 through 7, with Division 3 winners playing the East District winner for their district championship. The Central District has teams in all 7 divisions, and area teams that have garnered top seeds include Lancaster in D1, Tays Valley in D2, Chillicothe and Bloom Carroll in Division 3, Hillsborough in D4, Wheelersburg and Liberty Union in D5, Leesburg Fairfield in D6, and Sims Valley and Fisher Catholic in D7. The baseball brackets will be released on Mother's Day, which is this coming Sunday. No scores for you from the high school activity as far as baseball and, let's see, is it due to the rain we had, I think?
Yeah, on Saturday, nothing happened.
Okay.
But some things happened on Friday.
On Friday, okay. So what we have here on Friday?
Baseball.
Gotcha. I thought you were going to read that.
Oh, okay. High school baseball on Friday. Union at Zane Trace, which we were going to do on Litter Media Radio, was rescheduled due to the rain. It's postponed to May 8th, as well as Piketon at Adena. But some games got played. In the MSL Buckeye, Liberty Union beat Logan Elm 5-0. In the TVC, Megs beat Alexander 17-7. Nelsonville York over Vinton County 9-7. In the Shack, North Adams took Fayetteville 4-0. And in the OVC, Gallia Academy took Chesapeake 3-0, and Portsmouth was a winner over Rock Hill 12-0. In non-conference games, Boyd County, Kentucky beat Wheelersburg 16-7. Northwest over Clay, Eastern Meigs, and Green were all winners.
Okay, I misread my script. I was thinking there were no games on Friday either. All right, Chillicothe boys volleyball sweeps the Ross County Christian Academy. That was on Friday. That gave them the GCVC South Division title. The Cavs will play at St. Charles Main Gym tonight for the GCVC Championship versus the North Division champion. That is Green. Ross Christian faces Tree of Life for third place. Unioto will play St. Charles for fifth place. Patriot Prep plays Westfall for seventh place at the Robotics Center. If you've never been up to St. Charles, you were there for a basketball game.
Yes.
I think it was it Chillicothe girls were playing up there? Mike and I were there for a Taze Valley game.
Yeah.
And beautiful, beautiful center that they have there at St. Charles. Reds lost their weekend series. They won Friday, but they lost Saturday and Sunday. Yesterday's score was 4-1. They'll open up a 4-game set in Atlanta beginning tonight, still in second place, 3 games back of the Cubs. The Guardians beat the Blue Jays 5-4, and they won their weekend series. They'll be in Washington tonight to begin a set. Cleveland Cavaliers dropping their opening game of the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Indiana Pacers, 121-112. Game 2 is tomorrow night in Cleveland.
And you kind of talked over me, but we had some high school softball that happened on Friday, too.
Oh, I apologize.
But you can check that out on our website, littermedia.com. Just go to scores.
And when you get there, you'll be able to see all of those scores.
And Dan won't interrupt you.
I won't, because I have no way to jump into your personal computer to say, oh, but listen.
Hey, unless they're on the website and Litter Media Radio just starts playing without them clicking it.
Now, that could be a possibility. All right, coming up in a moment, we're going to harken back to before I was born. Not much longer before. 1961.
Oh.
Details coming up, but first,
we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. There's no bill when there's a fill. Contact Litter Quality Propane today about our metered gas service at litterpropane.com.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
This date in history, we go back to 1961, a special Ohioan, Navy Commander Alan Bartlett Shepard Jr., launched into space aboard the Freedom 7 space capsule, became the first American astronaut to travel into space. The suborbital flight, which lasted 15 minutes and reached a height of 116 miles into the atmosphere, was a major triumph for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, a.k.a. NASA. I remember as a kid, second grade, I think it was, we went to COSI for the first time. And back then, it was over, I think, on Main Street in Columbus before they moved everything to where it's at now. And when you walked in the front lobby, and I think the space capsule is still part of their display, but this is when you first walk in, and there it was hanging from the ceiling. And it's like, wow, this is so cool. And it's amazing what they've done with the new COSI.
Yeah.
over the years.
I haven't been there in a long time, but I remember loving it when I was a kid. I need to go again.
I had a flashback when a couple of weeks ago when I was at Western High School, they had this inflatable planetarium inside the elementary gymnasium. It was huge. And so when I walked in, there were kids all circled around inside this thing. It looked like a big Jiffy popcorn thing. It just popped up like so. And so inside, the guy had a projector, and he was showing the galaxy and everything up on the. And I remember my first visit to COSI when we went into the planetarium, and it was showing the dawning of the sun coming up and seeing all the buildings of Columbus were around us. It was really neat to see that. And when you're 7 years old, you get into that kind of stuff, you know. Yeah. I still get into seeing the sunrise. It's just I haven't been up before the sunrise since the radio days. So it's been a while. All right, that's it for the program today. Coming up in, tomorrow, I think we just have a regular show, don't we? I don't think we have any special events until later in the week.
I don't remember.
From what I understand. So, all right. So that's it for the program today. If you've been listening, we appreciate you listening on Litter Media Radio, watching here on YouTube, and you'll be able to find us on Facebook as well. I will see you if you're at the Pineapple Awards here in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching this edition of Litter Media Live.